Welcome back to my part two of how I made this beautiful flared dress with a cape on the neck.
Don't forget, my name is Imelda, aka MC.
Okay, so I've ironed my stain on all the sides, both lining and fabric. So right now I'm going to be joining the lining and the fabric. Okay, so this is my back and I'm going to start with my neckline, and then I joined my sides and then proceeded to join the center of my back as well. Next, I notched all the parts where I've just sewn, and then I'm going to trim as well to make that part very smooth by the time I turn it. So this is my back pattern. Okay, so here is my front pattern. There's two sides of my front. Okay, so you remember that this is a padded dress, so I am top stitching the tip of that very center. Okay, on that part where I have wadding, I am top stitching the wadding on it so that it will be firm, so that by the time I am sewing, it won't give me any stress joining it. Okay, it won't be shifting to one side. All right, so when I am done top stitching, I am going to remove the pins because that wouldn't be necessary anymore. Yeah, so this is the center front. I have also gone ahead to top stitch the wording to the fabric. Okay, and next I am going to be joining the center front and the side front together. Okay, and I am sewing on half an inch. Yeah, making sure the underbust and the bust point especially are well aligned. Okay, that is the both sides of the front, the center front and the other side of the front. The underbust line and then the nipple line are well aligned. Okay, and to achieve that, you would need to pin from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see, my other parts didn't align, the shoulders didn't align, so I had to loosen it and then start from the shoulder again to meet at that bust point where it should align. But when you're sewing yours, make sure to use pin. Okay, so as you can see, I am done joining the other part of the side as well, and this is what we have. You can see that it is the bust is busting, even though this is for just a pre-teenager that just developing, if you know what I mean. All right, so this is the lining. I am going to join the center front differently, unlike how I joined my back immediately. Okay, so after joining the lining and the fabric separately, I am now going to join the two together. That is the lining and the main fabric. All right, so here I am joining the neckline. I always love to start with my neckline. Okay, you can decide to start whatever part you want to. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and notch and trim as usual. Don't ever forget to notch when you are sewing. Okay, notching helps to remove rumples and roughness. Okay, makes your work neater, and if you can, always trim as well. If you know you can't trim neatly, or you're going to cut off the seam part, just be careful. Do it, gently, and you'll be fine. All right, so you can see I have not even ironed this, and you can see how neat this is. Okay, without even being ironed yet. All right, so because I love to iron when I've joined the both sides of the upper part. I'm done turning the front. Okay, and I'm going to join the back and the front together, starting with the shoulder. Okay, so here I've joined my shoulder and I've joined the other side of my shoulder as well. Okay, so next I'm going to join the sides, that is the front and the back. So I'm going to join the sides together. All right, if you've watched this part, please don't forget to comment, like, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more interesting tutorial. So here is my lower part. Okay, so I am going to be showing you how I cut the net. Okay, that will be underneath because there will be a net on this dress. That is what will make it fluffy a little bit and give it that fluffiness and that bold look. All right, it makes it elegant as well. So this net, if you remember, is by 60. Okay, as you know, is by 60. So I am just going to, I folded it. If you've watched my previous videos, you will see where I showed how to fold in a two net. Okay, so I have cut out the part that I need, and I am imagine I did a TikTok with this. So I gathered my nets. Okay, I gathered my two nets, and I am going to join the upper part and the lower part here. But before that, my lower part, I will join the front and the back together on the sides. Okay, remember that I cut the front and then cut the back and then slit the back again on the center back um for zip. Okay, for zip allowance. Yeah, so but I cut my front and my back separately. All right, that is for the lower part. So I am going to join the both sides, and after joining the both sides, I now have one piece of the lower part, and I am going to just gather it like this and join the upper part and the lower part. Okay, so this is my waistline that I am sewing right now. Okay, so I am done joining my waistline, that is the upper part and the lower part. I join them on the waistline. So after joining the upper part to the lower part, the next thing I'm going to do is to join my net. Okay, with both the upper part and the lower part, facing the same direction. All right, so this is my net. I am just going to place it on top of there. So make sure that your seam line where you're sewing your net, where you're joining your net to the waist, okay, to the other part of the dress, make sure that they are not meeting together. That is, don't sew where you sewn before. I don't know how to explain it, but just make sure that the net you're joining, you don't sew on the part where you've joined the lower part, the main fabric before. Okay, so I have joined the net right here, and I'm going to join my lining. So for this lining, I'm going to be sewing. The lining will be on the part where the upper part is. Okay, I don't know if you understand. Just watch closely. You can watch this part over and over again. If you do not understand, you can slow it down, okay, to watch it so that you understand um the visuals. I think here it's not just more of what I say, but more of what you see. Okay, you see me doing. All right, so just watch the video. You see how I place the lining. Okay, so you can see, if you look closely, you will see that the main fabric, the lower part, the main fabric was joined on 1 inch for the for that, and then the other one was joined on half an inch. Okay, so this is me sewing my zip line. All right, so I'm done joining the lining, and I am sewing my zipper part. Okay, if you want to know how I sewed this, I was able to sew this bulky part neatly, you can watch it on my shirt. Okay, I'm going to upload how I fix this zip. All right, so I am done sewing, and this is what we have, guys. Pictures and videos can't even do justice to the beauty of this dress. Okay, so I used about 3 inches of chiffon to achieve this neckline. Okay, to drape this on the neckline. So you're just going to basically drape it the way you would love it to be, and then just use your needle and thread to tack it where necessary. Okay, you tack the center front and then the shoulders as well. So here I am down tacking, and this is the result, guys. And I also weave the lower part. Okay, I used an outer weaving to weave the lower part, and this is the goodness, guys. Bye bye.